A powerful winter storm is getting ready to dump loads of ice and snow across the mainland US. Models looking ever so aggressive as we track the threat of tornadoes across the south. Stay tuned as we'll look at the expected snowfall totals along with what you need to know to be prepared for the storm. Hey, what's going on, you guys, and welcome back to another video. Hope you all are having a great day so far. Hope you guys have been staying safe. So for today's question of the day, I'm wanting to know who is going to win the Super Bowl. So who's playing is the Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, personally, I'm going with the Los Angeles Rams. Now, guys, comment your team down below, and depending on if your team wins, I will be hearting your comment. But anyways, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. Alrighty, guys, so we're taking a look here at the models to start off the video. We're taking a look here at the GFS model. This is your long-range American model, and you will notice there is a lot of differences compared to yesterday's video. Now, we are currently seeing a bit of snowfall that is falling across the mid-Atlantic into the northeast. This is currently kind of moving its way through the region here. Now, as we do track down here in time, you'll notice all this moisture across the upper northwest. Now, watch this. As all this kind of tracks its way here to the east, we'll get a new area of low pressure developing across bits of the central plains. And as that colder air starts to back down on this system, this will actually allow it to transition from rain into basically more sleet and snow across the regions here. Now, this will track its way up here to the northeast, gathering a whole bunch of moisture here from the Gulf of Mexico, starting to fire off some thunderstorms. Now, like I said, we are expecting some tornadoes to be a concern as well, so we really need to continue monitoring this over the next little bit. So this system will track its way here to the northeast, allowing for some heavy snow to fall across bits of the central plains. Now, compared to what we did see yesterday, there wasn't as heavy snowfall across the central plains as compared to what the GFS model says now. So this is a new factor and something we need to continue watching here. So we are expecting some heavy snowfall and ice to occur across bits of the central plains and through bits of the Midwest. Even the western Ohio Valley, this track is a little bit further south compared to what we did see the other day here. So this is showing that we are expecting maybe a little bit more heavier snow and ice across bits of Michigan, kind of just across bits of the western side here of the Ohio Valley here. This will dive a lot of rain here across the southeast into the mid-Atlantic, and the northeast is looking just to see mostly rain. Okay, so now we're taking a look here at the snowfall accumulation in regard to your GFS model. Now, I want to go ahead and say you really shouldn't trust one model individually. We're going to take a look at the other models here in a second, but right now we're taking a look here at the GFS in regard to your snowfall accumulation. Now, this model is actually quite aggressive. It's showing the fact we could see a lot of heavy snowfall. Kind of these areas here where you do see the light blue, is kind of where we are expecting 1 to 3 inches. Dark blue, kind of 3 to 5. Now we're starting to move into the heavier snowfall. Once we kind of reach this pink shade area here, this is where 6 to 10. Believe it or not, there is a lot of areas here across bits of the region. This is basically does include bits of eastern portion of Kansas and through bits of northern portions of Missouri and through bits of Illinois, as well as bits of Michigan here. According to your GFS model, kind of in this maroon red shaded area here, we are expecting the possibility of over a foot of snow being possible. But like I said, you really can't trust one model individually. So let's go ahead and take a look here at the ECMWF model. This is your European model, and let's see what we can compare and contrast between these two major models. Alright, so we actually are seeing a lot of similarities between what the GFS model had to say. Now, first off, we are currently dealing with a system that is impacting the mid-Atlantic into the northeast. We are seeing a bit of snow, but honestly, it's really nothing too crazy here. We do track down here in time. We get all this moisture starts to drive its way down here through the Rockies. New area of low pressure developing across bits of the central plains here. Starting to kick up a lot of moisture here from the Gulf of Mexico. Now, this one also does show the fact that we could potentially see some heavy snowfall across the central plains. This one honestly even shows a little bit more ice compared to what your GFS model had to say. Overall, same idea is expected. This relatively long system. This is easily over 1,500 miles of just pure snowfall from bits of the central plains all the way through bits of eastern Canada here. We are expecting a lot of heavy snowfall. This is kind of similar to Landon, as we did see that long system that did impact the region. So, but honestly, we'll just see how this plays out, because like we did see on the GFS model, we are expecting a lot of heavy impacts to occur. So let's go ahead and take a look here at the snowfall accumulation according to this model, and let's see what we're dealing with in terms of that. Okay, so this model does have a lot of major differences, as you are about to see, compared to your GFS model. So we do track down here in time. This one actually has that track much further south, as you're about to see here. Now, this one also shows a little bit less snowfall compared to what the GFS had to say. Usually, this is the one that usually is a little bit more aggressive, but not in this case. So, like I said, across the light blue, 1 to 3, 3 to 5 across the dark blue, and actually, like I said, 6 to 10 inches kind of across this pink shade area here. This does actually include bits of northeastern Oklahoma, southeastern Kansas, as well as the central portion here of Missouri instead of the northern portion. So, like I said, the track is a little bit further south here. So, this one does not really show any instances of up to a foot compared to what your GFS model had to say. So, there is still a lot of differences compared to what this has to say. Okay, so now we're moving on here to the National Weather Service blend of models. So your final model for today's video, we're taking a look here at the blend of models. Now, like I said before, it takes a whole bunch of models and kind of blends them together, giving you the average data in terms of what you might expect. Now, you're going to notice a huge difference compared to what your GFS and your ECMWF model has to say, showing that we still have a lot that needs to be ironed out here. We do track down here in time, and you will notice a lot less snowfall, as well as a lot difference of snow is expected here. 1 to 3 across the light blue, 3 to 5 across the dark blue, maybe even some instances of maybe up to 6 inches, but nothing really more than that. So there is a lot of heavy differences between your GFS, your ECMWF, and this model alone. So we need to continue monitoring this over the next few days. Now, in regard to ice, this is exactly how much we are expecting as of now, basically impacting bits of the Central Plains into mostly the Midwest as well as the Western Ohio Valley. But honestly, guys, the trend has actually been we are kind of expecting to kind of remain under less than 1/10 of an inch, which obviously isn't a major amount, but it is still enough to cause some impacts. Alright, so guys, now we're moving on here to the instability side of things in regard to your severe weather. Now, like we were saying, we are expecting some tornadoes to occur with the threat of severe thunderstorms. Now, we are taking a look here at the mixed layer cape. This is basically just your thunderstorms fuel, your thunderstorms energy here. So we do track down here in time. You see these little wind bars starting to move their way to the west, basically showing that the wind is moving its way westward. Now, all these start to move their way up to the north, dragging up all that moisture here from the Gulf of Mexico, really starting to allow the instability to start to build in across bits of the atmosphere as that cold front does move its way through the region. So we have that cold air that's backing behind this system, and we have all this warm air that's actually advecting its way into the system here. So we are having that clash between your warm and basically your cold air, which is having an interaction, which is causing some instability in the atmosphere. Now, we are seeing the values here, maybe around 500, 600, 700 joules per kilogram, which is definitely enough for severe weather to occur, and is honestly definitely enough to drop a tornado. Now, all this will impact bits of Louisiana and through bits of Mississippi, Alabama, as well as bits of Georgia as this cold front advances its way to the east here. Like I said, that cold air is backing on the back end of the system as that warm air starts to advect its way north here. So watch this. Now, you might notice all these wind barbs here inside of this instability moving its way up here to the northeast. This is around the mid-levels of the atmosphere. Now, at the lower levels of the atmosphere, it is actually a bit of a different story. We actually are seeing those winds move their way a little bit more north. So what we are seeing is that as we go up in the atmosphere, we are seeing those wind directions actually change with altitude. So what this is showing is that we actually are getting some spin in the atmosphere. So if any normal thunderstorm decides to develop, this actually might allow for tornadoes to touch the ground, because we have our instability, which is allowing for those thunderstorms to exist at all, and we have the wind shear, which is allowing for that turn in the atmosphere to occur, which is allowing for the possibility of those tornadoes to unfortunately be a concern. Now, there is one more ingredient that we do need, and this is moisture in regard to your dew points. Okay, so typically for severe weather events, you want to have your dew points here in the 50s and 60s. We do track down here in time as we get all this advection going on here for the 17th, kind of around the afternoon, evening hours here. We have our dew points well in the 60s, almost even near some areas here, maybe even near the 70s. So there is the possibility we actually do have all that moisture that is here. So we have all of our ingredients in place. We have our moisture, we have our instability, which is allowing for thunderstorms to pop off, as well as our shear, which is allowing for tornado potential. So guys, it's there. Unfortunately, we do have a pretty large chance that we could see some severe weather. So we're going to continue monitoring this, guys, over the next several days. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap it up for the quick update. We just wanted to go over the snowfall as well as the severe weather side of things, because we are expecting some pretty decent impacts to occur. But guys, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you are new. We are trying to reach that 500 subscriber goal by the end of February, so if you're not already, hit the subscribe button. That would be greatly appreciated. So guys, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Super Bowl Sunday, and I'll catch you all in the next one.